What's up, guys? How you guys doing? So yes, as you can see on my left side, there's a landline telephones over there. Okay, I am in a motel. Okay, guys, let us talk about war in Ukraine between Russia and Ukraine. So as you heard, as you maybe at this time you know that the Crimea bridge actually was damaged. uh, I think somebody drove a truck with full of explosive devices, okay, and drove a truck in a Kerch or Kerch Crimea bridge and blow up the truck in the middle of that bridge over there. But luckily, that bridge has two lanes, okay? So one lane was untouched, but one lane was actually damaged. And also there's a railways over there. There's a railways also was a bit damaged a bit. But at that day when the tracker was actually blow up, actually I think that day also the train was passing by. That's why you see a big smoke and big fire, because some people they're saying that that train actually was carrying fuel. That's why you saw lots of big smoke and big fire. Okay, so but why? Why somebody has to go and blow up the bridge, the lifeline of everyone? I've heard about the Western officials, okay, saying that Putin's bridge. I think that bridge is not Putin's bridge. That bridge is for everyone. That bridge is for you and me. In case you want to visit Russia or Crimea, you may actually uh, catch a train or ride a vehicle. If you want to go to see Crimea, you pass through that bridge. That is international bridge. Uh, it's not Putin's bridge. But you hear American officials and NATO officials and European officials, oh, they're proud of Putin's bridge. Now it's gone. Yay! Clapping. People are clapping. People are happy. You can see in Kiev, actually, post office uh, postcards are everywhere. People are taking selfies, whatever. They are happy to see the bridge, Crimea bridge, is actually damaged. But luckily enough, uh, the Russian authority actually managed to control the traffic in another lane, okay, on that bridge. So, and also the bridge is on and running, okay. The bridge is on and running, and soon and very soon, the other lane which was damaged uh, will be also fixed and run pretty soon. But anyways, this is war, and war. Uh, you, you should actually, or you must, maybe you should, expecting anything. Your enemy, you don't know what your enemy actually planning at this moment. Maybe your enemy, I'm talking Russia's enemy, maybe planning more than that. Can you imagine that explosives in that truck going in the middle of Moscow and blow up there? Can you imagine casualties? Oh no, man, no, 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 no. Uh, Russia has to stop this. Russia has to pump up security in that bridge. But Russia has many, many enemies from Western uh, countries, Americans. So now people are coming to their senses, thinking, even discussing, eh, even suggesting that this war now is not about Ukrainian and Russians. This war is about America, 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 and its allies like NATO, something like that. Okay? Poor Ukrainians and poor Russians are dying for nothing, for geopolitics, greed, and power, controlling, whether controlling the country by force or by any means. So lots of officials, Westerners, officials, and all over the world, many people they knew at the beginning, at the word go, all along, that this war is not about Ukraine versus Russia. This war, it's about America and Russia and NATO's to control the Baltic nations. I mean, America and NATO, let's say America wants to control those Baltic small nations. And now look how Ukrainians actually hate Russians. It's amazing because 80% of Ukrainians actually speaking Russians. And these people, most of these people in Ukraine, maybe some are cousins, some are mothers, grandmothers, they have the same genes. They had intermingle each other. There are some of them, most of them actually brothers and sisters. But somebody's come from far, far away to come into other countries and start stirring problems. Here I'm talking, guys, America. America, America. You know what? You know the way Russia is conducting its war in Ukraine or anywhere else, and the way America conducting its war anywhere or everywhere in this world, you see differences. Russia do not want to kill lots of people in Ukraine. Russia do not want to kill lots of people in Ukraine. Russia do not want to destroy buildings, okay? But now Russia is forced to do that. When somebody drove a truck to a bridge, blow up a truck full of explosives, try to kill and destroy the bridge as hard as it takes. That's a crime. Okay? And now, okay, let's go the differences between American wars and Russian wars. Have you ever heard about shock and awe? This is the American ways, shock and awe. You remember during George Bush, 2002, something like that, 2003, 2002, 3. Remind me if I forgot. You remember George Bush announcing that Saddam Hussein have to leave in 24 hours. He has to pack and leave. You heard, some people they heard that war in Iraq. Some people they saw it. Until today, Iraqi people are suffering. That country is not stable until today. The way it was destroyed. By who? By so-called the mother of democracy, United States and its allies, NATO. Okay? So, a criminal condemning another person that may be doing the same thing. Can you imagine, guys? Biggest criminal condemning another person may be doing the same thing. So the biggest criminal now becoming innocent, and maybe the other person becoming a criminal. Now, as you see, America and Westerners or Western countries called let's say a gathering in UNGA, a gathering in UNGA. You know UNGA, United Nations General Assembly. UNGA. UNGA in my language is it's a flower. Flower, any kind of flower, maybe maize flower or maize flower, or maybe wheat flower, any flower, we call it UNGA, United Nations General Assembly. So the biggest criminal or criminals called other nations to come to UN to vote and condemn Russia for annexation parts of Ukraine, Luhansk, Donetsk, Zaporozhye, and Kherson. The biggest criminals calling another person criminal and calling bunch of nations to come to UNGA, United Nations General Assembly, to condemn another person who's maybe doing the same thing. Somebody with the right minded will, I don't know, should you laugh or what? How comes the biggest criminal calling somebody else criminal? But now, Russia, the president of Russia, Putin, decided to draw a line in the sand. That's why you saw the missiles raining down on Ukrainian cities. And Medvedev, you remember, former president Medvedev, he said this is the beginning. Things are coming. And the president of Russia also said that you continue doing these kinds of criminality, try to go after people's life, such as bridges or other things, Russia is going to hit hard on Ukraine. People in Western medias and like these Western medias or Western countries, America, they keep saying that Putin's bridge. I repeat again, that bridge is not Putin's bridge. I think I saw Putin just once during inauguration bridge, during opening that bridge, when the bridge is finished. I think I saw him once. I've never seen him again pass through that bridge. So that bridge is not just that bridge is not for Putin's. That bridge is for humanity. Everyone, you and me. In case we visit Russia, we want to visit Crimea, we can take a ride, go through that bridge. You cannot tell me that Golden Bridge in San Francisco, that is a Joe Biden's bridge. Okay? So guys, buckle your belt, buckle up. Things are coming. I'm afraid that maybe Western powers, they might do something in Ukraine and blame Russia. Okay? But peace, guys, peace, and we need peace. everywhere. It's not only Ukraine. We need peace in Africa. There's a wars in Africa is going on for some of the wars go more than 9, 6, 5 years. Yemen. Do you know America and NATO's occupying parts of Syria even today? Do you know that? Scooping Syrians oil in Syria. Do you know that? Is anybody's coming to the UNGA or to the UN condemning United States and its allies in Syria to get out from Syria? No. Because we have a bunch of nations. Some of these nations are poor and they're afraid of the Walla Walla. They're afraid of the Walla Walla. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? They're afraid of Walla Walla. Okay? You figure out whose Walla Walla is. The big criminal who goes around and bullying people. You know? Do this or else. Are you with me or with somebody else? If you're not with me, you're my enemy. You deserve to be removed or killed and put somebody else as a puppet. So Zelensky and his entourage and his inner circles and his bodyguards, soon and very soon, Zelensky is going to in hiding soon and very soon. And most of the people who are actually cheering this war in Ukraine, pouring money, pouring weapons, most of these countries have never heard or experienced wars in their soil. So they don't know about wars. They don't know about suffering. They don't know about death. They don't hear some missiles come from above, destroying their houses, their cars, their buildings, whatever, their families. So most of these Westerners and Americans, they have never experienced wars in their soil. That's why they are cheering. They are cheering other people, shedding blood for them. I'm going to end up here, guys, but Putin now has spoken. That's why you saw that barrage of missiles everywhere in Ukraine, everywhere. And not yet. Putin actually promised that if anything will happen again, destroying Russians' infrastructures, then Ukraine maybe will be over. Okay? NATO's and Westerners, American officials, whatever, or Western media, they say, oh, Putin is out of missiles, Putin is out of guns, Putin is out of bullets. But most of these Western countries, they depend on Russia to go to space. They depend on Russia to bring them back from space. You remember not long ago that some Americans were murmuring, were upset, were, when one of Russians citizens said that let them Americans stay let them stay there on space, let them come, let them come themselves from the space, let them go to the sea. So okay. But peace, guys, peace. We need peace in Ukraine, and we need peace in anywhere, in Africa and anywhere else. America and Russia, if they're gonna sit together, America and Russia, if they're gonna sit together and talk about peace, Ukraine will be peace tomorrow. Because this war is about America and Russia, and is about geopolitics and power and greedy. Bye bye. Take care, guys. and God bless you. Let us pray for peace in Ukraine. Let us pray for peace in Africa and anywhere else. Take care.